Evening, everyone. Welcome to Talkback. Thank you for being in this car. Rickard sitting there in your room. There's a little step ladder there behind you tonight. Is it there last night?
Yes. Because you know what happened?
What?
4 a.m. Dead asleep. You hear breaking glass, smashing windows. You think you're being robbed. You get out of bed. You get the baseball bat to find that a pheasant has flown through your bedroom window, which is quite high up. Our house is elevated. Our bedroom is elevated. And it's flying around the room. There's also blood on my ceiling from where it must have cut itself on the glass and then hit its head. And then you try and corral it out the French doors, but the dog is sleeping out there. So then you try and push it out the door, but then the dog tries to eat it. And then you're just left almost having a heart attack with your very expensive new curtains ripped to shreds and a hole in your window. So you have to get the stepladder out to plaster something over it. And then we've got a glass guy coming to fix the window.
God, that is unbelievable. What a story. And all from a stepladder. I spied in the back of your room.
I know, how insane though. Can you even imagine how frightening it is to wake up at 4 a.m. to the sound of smashing glass in your bedroom? Because we've got big windows, but then we've also got French doors. So you automatically think someone's trying to smash through the side doors because they think that it's the back entrance of the house.
Have you ever been robbed while you're asleep?
No, thank God.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, never. But the last couple of nights around 6 a.m., some guy has been breaking into cars at the apartment block that I'm at, and they've got video footage of them and everything. And last night, the people closest to the car park slept on their balcony, in their lounge with the doors open, so they could hear this guy frolicking around. Then they were like, "Hey, get the fuck out of there!" And then he ran off. But basically, for night one, he stole $800 worth of tools, and then he was trying to go for their boat. Unbelievable.
Wow. Do you know that I think I read in the stats that the Mazda Demio is currently the most stolen car, and then my car, the Mazda Atenza or the Mazda 6, is the second most stolen car.
I like the Mazda 6. It's a stylish car.
I love mine. And you know that when I was doing breakfast at George, obviously get to work at 5 a.m., someone tried to steal the tyres. Someone tried to steal my wheels. But they didn't obviously get it done and halved it. And so when I was driving home, I was like, there's something wrong with my car. And then I drove it down to my mechanics. Shout out Candia Automotive. And he was like, you could have died. He's like, all your tires are really, really, really loose, almost nearly off the thing. He's like, your wheels could have just come off on the motorway when you were going 100 miles an hour. So now I've got a, one of those lock nut things on there. My car it's had a hard run, my car. Some kids smashed the mirrors off with a baseball bat after an All Blacks game one night. Somebody else in a massive Range Rover at the Music Awards smashed into the back of it, smashed all my lights and my boot, and then drove off.
Oh my God, really?
Yep. Someone else. What happened? Oh, I think they must have tried to break in and they broke my door handle. So now my door handle is a different color to the rest of my car. It's had a bad run. Oh, then it hit some potholes on Universal Drive in West Auckland and buckled all my wheels. But the council paid me back for that.
Fantastic. And I'm glad people like you, go write a letter, send an email, make a phone call, and get your money out of those guys.
Mate, I am the founder of Kiwis Against Potholes, I think.
Good on
Facebook.
You. So
Citizens Against Potholes Facebook page. Not that I've had any action on there since I busted my car.
This is not a joke. You're for real.
There's a Facebook page called Citizens Against Potholes.
Wow.
Because they wreck your cars. And so that same pothole, I've talked about this before, that same pothole that busted 2 of my tyres, that morning had a trail of devastation of about 40 cars that also hit that pothole and busted their tyres. There was a news article about it and everything.
All I would have to do now is go, here's Elton John. I'm still standing on the breeze. 10 minutes past 8 o'clock, Monday morning. This is perfect content.
And then you'd be like, have you had a problem? When were you driving to work at 5 a.m. and the council and their shitty potholes in their roadworks ruined your car? Give us a call. But yes, my car is actually an actual total piece of shit, and I really want a new one. But cars
If
are
only you were
depreciating.
Tammy Davis, eh? If only you were Tammy Davis.
A free Mazda, yes, no, I definitely do not have the pull and the power of said Mr. Tammy Davis. But you know what? Cars are depreciating assets. I'll just drive my Mazda till their wheels literally fall off.
Fantastic. Right, we're gonna a night of crossing live to people. First,
Okay.
our fact checker. He is live from a location, reviewing the show whilst eating dinner. Let's go there now.
I'm excellent. I'm enjoying a beautiful meal here. I'm down at Denny's in New Lynn here. I'm actually a secret shopper. They don't know that I work for corporate. I'm watching them like a hawk. If they put anything in my food that's undesirable, you're going to be the first to hear about it.
You know what?
Sorry, mate. Yes.
Go ahead. Well, you know what's underrated at Denny's? Their club sandwich. The vegetarian club sandwich and fries. When I was a pusshead, I used to eat that a lot. Like, all the time, go to Denny's, get a club sandwich and fries. That, to this day, is the only thing I've ever eaten from Denny's.
My go-to order was always the Cracker Jack.
What is that?
Breakfast. I think it was like a breakfast with a couple of sausages. Like a big breakfast, I think. What are you eating now, mate? Salad, by the looks.
I ordered the apricot chicken.
Oh, good.
Little known fact, when you come to Denny's, you can actually order, they call this a monkey bowl of cheese sauce. They call that white death.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, okay. Well, how so did you get vaccinated? Like you had to show you little pass and everything when you went in there, and you separated socially?
Absolutely. You can't get in here unless you're masked up. You've got to show them the pass. They've got the little laser who scan your head. They get the temperature. Rapid PCR. I had to do a rat test, and they put a literal rat's tail up my nose.
Currently, it looks like he's on like a nice children's TV show. You know, all the different colours, got yellow, got the greens there.
Yeah, I'm expecting Liz Gunn to jump out shortly and show me how to wash my hair. But yeah, it's all happening here. And the cool thing about Denny's is what I really like is they keep bringing you little bits of paper and leaving them all over your table.
Fantastic. Oh, well, hey, mate. Absolutely, it is. We're going to leave you there. We'll come back to you very shortly. Thank you very much, Benny Mack. So Benny Mack in New Lynn. He's at the Denny's in New Lynn. Now we're crossing across town now, and hopefully...
Fucking years away from being really good at it. But I just want to walk into club rooms and be the hot new guy. There's 7-year-olds going, fucking isn't it? Alright, is that my Lloyd, is it? So you want me to fuck off?
So I reckon, Rickard, this is live from Ponsonby Social Club. I've turned the audio down, and we were going to go live for Benny Walker, but I think he was on like 8:30. So
have we got some footage?
We're trying to get that footage standing by. I think there is some footage.
A dog's head? That's what Egyptian girls are into, right? A dog's head, isn't it? That's where doggy style comes from. Oh, I don't know, mate. Classic Egyptians, eh? They were the first fairies, I'm telling you. Then you have the Renaissance period, the medieval times. It got even more embarrassing, if anything. But chiseling it yourself, you had to get one of your court painters to come and paint you. It's like, she is the finest princess in the land. I shall send her a member shot. Bring me my artist. And then you've got to stand there in a cold, windy castle trying to maintain for 8 hours while some dude sketches you. It's like,
yeah.
So you're talking about like a medieval version of a dick pic?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But I mean, We got no pictures on that, but I mean, should we go back and have another listen? I mean, there he is. Let's just.
Well, sounds pretty fun.
Did you want it realistic, or did you want me to make it look good?
Well,
And then you've got to send it off. So you finally got it. You've given yourself a bit of extra long parchment for it, so you roll it right up on homing pigeon, and off it goes to the princess's castle. On the other side of the land, there's a couple of guys standing sentry. What's that? I don't know, it's got something sort of hanging underneath it. It looks like something's unravelled. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
it's kind of awkward that moment there. Like there's not a lot happening. And because we can't see him, he's kind of descriptive, you know. And also those people who are laughing in the background, I wonder if they're friends. I don't want to discount what he's doing there. I think he's doing a great job.
It's hard to get a
He's got a
vibe.
huge cock, and I'm not waiting.
What was it?
I said it's hard to get a vibe of like, you know, how the whole routine's going when you're just like popping in for like little snippets. Like we might be missing the punchline.
Okay, let's go back it up.
Around to find out what it wants.
Nothing here.
Then we come through into the Renaissance period, the period of crafting, the period of carving out of marble, possibly the most famous dick pic of all time, David, Michelangelo. And some people wonder how this came about. Was he amused? Was he inspired? I'll tell you exactly how this came about. It would have been something like this. David comes in, ripped, obnoxious, fucking classic jock. Hey, what's up, Michelangelo? Fucking art nerd. Hey, you should fucking sculpt me sometime. Check it out how ripped I am. You should fucking sculpt me, fucking nerd. Yeah, cool, David. Yeah, maybe sometime. Oh, yeah, you should fucking sculpt me, bro. I'll pay you in cryptocurrency. Yeah, I just steal money from crypts because it's the Renaissance period and the internet hasn't been invented yet.
He's doing a good
So
job.
eventually Michelangelo's fucked off. He's like, fine, David, fine. You know what? If you'll leave alone, I'll sculpt you. So he spends hours carving all the muscles and everything. Finally gets down to the intimate details. Fucking jocks, I'll fucking show you. Yep, it's done. It's done.
I think he's got the confidence of someone who's a joke teller, don't you reckon? He's got that kind of real, you know, he can control the microphone there and he's just charging through it.
Yeah,
So
it's great.
pretty
It's
good.
like it's his first comedy gig. Good on him. Good on you, Benny boy.
That's pass, right? That's bloody good.
Yeah.
Good on you. Now
Get
we've
him, on
got
the show, get him on the show next week, he said.
okay. No, we will, and we'll possibly play that back as well. Live at. I'm just typing another little message here. PSP. So Selenya is down there now, and this is a Ponsonby Social Club. If you're thinking about something, it's Corey Gonzalez and friends. And have a listen here.
Is this like live something?
No, you were on our talk show, bro.
The worst moment of my entire life. No more for me if that's good. Yeah, that sounds like I'm drowning. Just don't want anyone to know this happened. My daughter was here. I'm not with her mum.
Oh, right.
I didn't hear really anything that was going on there then.
Turn the video off there, and now she's left the conversation. So I wonder if it was Brendan Lovegrove or Corey, and then he was kind of bombing, and then she nervously made a comment to the crowd. That's something she would do. And then, then she has just left the conversation. So
Right, yeah. And she's at a bar, you know, like as if she's going to go back home to do this shit.
Yeah.
She'll just stay there and get on the piss, won't she?
hard to know, to be honest. Really hard to know. Yeah. Hey, so I have been watching some other person doing live stuff tonight. And I followed Pebbles number 25. She said 25 accounts. This is Pebbles.
I know, like I don't actually follow her anymore because I just kept getting every time she got taken off, I didn't know where she went again. And after about like the 7th one, I just realized tonight when you were talking about her that I don't even follow her anymore.
So can I show you, poor thing is going through some ordeal with a dog. Now, this dog means the world to lovely Pebbles. and the dog has got some kind of eye issue, and now it's come back from having some very expensive surgery, and it has to wear a cone, and she's cut up about it. I play this to you not in a mocking way, but in a way that kind of demonstrates how this woman feels about a cone on her dog, and also how she is, feels about her dog in general. And I wish I had this kind of love for something.
But you will never.
Not me.
Because you're a cold-hearted.
And then what, $300 later, because I've got to get him...
Oh, God. Turn the phone off. I'll probably be right over it.
What, $300 later, because I've got to get him sedated again so they can put a fucking flamingo cravat on him. It just seems like people aren't thinking about animal welfare here. It's not about money, but what are the owners? Sorry, I don't live at by the 10. I'm not the fucking industrious person that can be like, oh, whip up a farm one of my own. No. I was expecting, pain relief that I could administer myself and hopefully not need dog after he gets his fucking eye removed. I don't want to tell the government how to do their job, but in pass, cope.
Hang on. Anyways, fuck, I think she's removed it. Anyway, some full-on crying.
So, but it was more about what? The fact that it was the cone really expensive and the medication was really expensive and it was just the money.
It also was kind of like a real backwards thing to put on and have on you as a dog. So it was like she was kind of talking about that, but genuinely crying. I thought, wow.
But I guess if she knows her dog and her dog's not going to attack itself, like my dog, for example, when he has a cone, he has to have a cone because he will rip his stitches out or scratch his face off. So it's necessary. But those cones are also expensive, especially when you've got a big dog like ours. So we've had one cone for like his entire 10 years. And then every time it fucks out, we like gaffer tape the sides back together or like stitch it back up because a new one would be very expensive. But I know what it's like.
You find it inhumane though? Like, for a dog? No. It's a necessary thing.
Well, yeah, because like we've tried to keep them off him before and he just like ripped his face stitches out. So he gets quite sad about it, but it's either that or like multiple more trips to the vet. But I understand what it's like to have a pet that's sick. It's not fun at all. So I empathise with Pebbles.
Back to Denny Mack. Mack, you finished up there at Denny's. How was dinner out of 10?
10 out of 10. Great service here at Denny's. They didn't give me a discount or anything because they didn't realise I was actually the secret shopper. But yeah, this is great. This is at New Lynn here, just next door to where that guy tried to do that attempted massacre, and he got taken down by the cops.
Oh wow, shit! Good one, mate. Thank you very much. Speaking of we'll come back to you when you're live next. Speaking of massacre, Raglan. There was some kind of death here this morning, and you're my person in Raglan. What happened?
Yes, I did actually see a post about this on the Raglan Community Notice Board. I'll be honest with you, I have not been on any news sites today at all. Have not read the news, haven't kept up with it. But there was a post from the police on the notice board saying that Waikato police had launched an investigation after a man's body was found in a parked car outside a residential address in Raglan at about 7 p.m. yesterday. A forensic post-mortem is scheduled for this morning and will assist the inquiry team in establishing the circumstances of his death. But my inside word, apparently, this is all speculation, is that he got stabbed.
Wow. So much murder of guns and stuff in New Zealand like that.
Yes, and I actually know some of this man's family, so it's really sad and devastating. I don't know if it happened outside his house or what happened, but sending a lot of aroha and a lot of love to them at this time, because that must have been a pretty horrible thing to wake up to. Would this be like the biggest news in Raglan for a while? Yeah, definitely. Not much happens there really. quite a few cars get stolen. Last week, a bunch of kids stole some cars and then filmed it all on TikTok. And then those TikTok videos went on the Raglan community notice board. Like, what kind of morons steal a car? So they videoed themselves smashing the window, starting the car, and then doing donuts out at the beach. And then their faces just all over the community Facebook page. If anything happens in Raglan, the community Facebook page is all over it.
I am like the Waimalku community Facebook page. There's always some great action in there. Dargable's another good one, and you know you're in West Auckland when public community Facebook page.
I'm not on any of those pages.
Hey?
I'm not on any of those pages.
Oh, yeah. Got to go there. There's so much great stuff on there. Video footage, just general fights, domestic problems, abuse.
What I do love about the Raglan one is seeing all my old school friends just ripping into everyone. Because in Raglan, obviously, lots of people have moved in. There's been a lot of gentrification. Lots of old families, particularly Māori families that used to live there, can't afford to live there anymore because everyone's just bought batches. Like 40% of the houses there, nobody lives in because they're all booker batches. And then all these people from overseas come in and post shit on the notice board, and all my old friends from school just rip the shit out of them.
Love it.
It's quite funny to watch.
Are you better looking now than you were when you were going to school?
When I was going to school, I don't know.
Are you a better looking adult than you are a better looking teenager?
Oh, yeah, much better actually. Yeah, I had like really short hair as a teenager, nose ring.
Did you have the orange here at the front and then just go on your ends?
No, I never had that. But yeah, I'm a much better looking adult, I reckon. But anyway, I mean, I was fine as a teenager. I rated myself, whatever.
Yeah, fantastic. A little traffic report from Penny. He's on the road. Are you like driving, mate? What's the story? Oh, yeah. Look at him do it. Oh, he's got his new. What's the traffic like out there, Big Mack?
Oh, it's flowing really well, actually. I mean, it's 9:21, so all the workers have made it home. I mean, a lot of people are still working from home, aren't they? But no, it's all good out here. It's dry.
Oh, that's good. Man, you've got to have that
Try.
It's
not as hot as it was last night, that's for sure. Holy.
Man, it was hot. I slept with the fan at the end of the bed anyway. So.
Other big news. Sound flash, eh? COVID.
Yeah.
Is it like 63 cases confirmed so far?
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I've got a light a cold. I'm not sure. I'm achy and I'm a little congested, but I'm not coughing. And I kind of wonder. But you know, what would you do in my situation? Go and get tested. But if you get tested and you get this new variant of COVID, you have to be locked away for 24 days.
Yeah, but what else? So what's your alternative to like lie that you've got COVID and just go out there and spread it to the public?
I mean, aren't you going to get it anyway? Like,
but are you really that much of a selfish prick that you just are like, well, I might have COVID, but I don't want to get a test because I don't want to get locked down for 3 weeks. So I'm just going to continue mowing all the lawns, probably at old people's houses, potentially giving them COVID.
You never see them and I'm outside. And if I have to, I'll wear a mask. But do you think there are people out there who won't go and get tested, even though they may have something because they fear the 24 and the Labour government are only giving you a couple of peanuts to last you a week. So it's good luck to you. No one's going to be giving you a
There have definitely been selfish pricks like that. I mean, just the fact that you're potentially thinking about doing that kind of tells me all I need to know about a certain type of people. But you'd think and you'd hope that the majority of people will go and get tested and isolate. Because I wonder, they have said that everyone that went to Sound Splash, however many thousands of people, that they need to isolate for 10 days.
I just can't see, Steve, the scaffolding guy, and Michelle, the receptionist or whatever, them isolating. I mean, you know what people are like at festivals.
I guess it depends. Like, they've identified the close contacts of the person. So if you were backstage, you might not have been a close contact, but you should still proceed with caution.
And the roughest thing that I've had is insomnia. Insomnia last night. I just couldn't sleep. I could hear my heart beating. I had some cold, I was sweating. And I was like, what a rough night. Man. I just think it's insomnia. Or it could be my keto diet thing. I've looked up and I think I could have a keto flu.
Most causes of insomnia are related to poor sleeping habits, depression, anxiety, lack of exercise, chronic illness, or certain medication. Lack of exercise? Chronic illness?
No, I'm out there doing it, but maybe depression.
Okay. I never took you for the kind of person who would suffer from
not depression. Anything but COVID, basically, I want to try to say. No, but it's the second night in the row. So it's quite concerning. How do you fall asleep pretty easy?
Yeah, I have pretty great sleep habits. After doing breakfast radio for a very long time, my sleeping was not great because I had to go to bed early and get up at 4:30, and that's just not normal. So since I stopped, I had to go to bed at great time, get up early, feel great. I don't nap during the day anymore. I used to have to nap every single day.
Wow. 20 degrees again tonight. Last night was 20, and the high is 27. So it was a broiler last night. Awful.
Right.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening, Stephen Gallagher. It was stinking hot last night. Yeah, absolutely right.
It was much hotter last night than it is tonight. You were sweating through a towel last night on the show.
Yeah. Do you have your booster yet? I don't.
No.
No, I don't have mine. I'm thinking about the booster and going, that's a line up.
Are your kids going back to school this week?
Yeah, next week.
Or are they, this week. Tuesday they go back to school. Is everybody going to actually have a holiday on Monday? It's Auckland anniversary, but does that mean anything while we're in lockdown?
No, not at all. Are we in lockdown though? I mean,
I don't know. I'm not. I just feel like everything's kind of semi-lockdown, Can't do some stuff, can't do this, can't do that. Things get cancelled. Did you see? Impala. I saw Daniel Farley has said that he's shutting down Impala. Did you see that on his Facebook page? So Impala is all over. He wrote a very lovely. I'll try and find what he said on Facebook about how 2 years of this has really kind of left them no other option. What did he say?
Shut down. He'd be devastated. He loved that place.
Yes. Here we go. It's very long. I'll just read some of it. With the news of the government taking us into red for the foreseeable future, no clear roadmap or timeline, and absolutely zero support for the hospitality sector, it hurts our hearts to say that we have no option but to start to wind down Impala as we know it in its current format and under its current directorship. When we started this dream and journey back in 2016, there was a scene desperately yearning for a proper nightclub space in the downtown CBD. Impala, aka Code, was where I spent every weekend of my teens and early 20s, first and foremost as a punter, and then later having the privilege of being a resident DJ alongside true legends of our local scene such as Sam Hill, Greg Churchill, Angela Fiskin, Mark Emerson, and Thane Kirby.
Oh, well, I'm going to mention.
No, I just put that in. He definitely did not mention you. And then he goes on to say, we've been working away for quite some time on a new concept to bring to the city, which in an ideal world would have been brought to fruition sooner rather than later. With the current climate of things, we've decided to bide our time until the world resumes to some form of normality, and when that time is right, we're excited to start hatching the next evolution of what we can passionately bring to the dance and electronic music scene.
He's always had a hard-on for a rooftop bar.
What? A rooftop bar?
Yeah. There's a couple around, but they're all the rage overseas. But I think it's one you can dance up on and not have noise complaints. I'm not sure.
Right.
Go Daniel Farley. Do something
different. Yeah, he did say in there as well that they had an incredible run with all of the international acts that they got to have over, and then COVID kind of screwed that for them and they couldn't get acts over. And anyway, so I looking forward to see what they do next. He's a bit of a, he's very good, old Daniel Farley. He's got
It's like the Rain Man, you know, because
he is. He's very, whatever he does, he is always successful at it. And you should get him on the show sometime.
yeah, absolutely. You know, because he is mental, but in the loveliest way. And I think he's sober now. But when he was like any of us, when we were kind of cut, he's one of these crazy guys.
Well, I don't think that he had, him and I talked about it. He had, what's that illness where you're permanently run down, like that exhaustion syndrome? Can't remember what it's called, but there's a name for it. I can't remember, but that's what he was diagnosed with, and that was tough for him. I think that
he's had a semi-charmed kind of life, you know.
Wow, only through his hard work.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The guy who was partying so much can actually churn out diamonds like that. That's pretty impressive going.
Yeah.
Because he had this exhaustion thing, you probably might have think he was wasted or whatever, but he was probably just at that wasted, you know, he was probably had that disease thing.
Yeah,
and he wasn't drunk.
I can't remember what it's called. Anyway. But yeah, R.I.P. Impala.
Okay. I want to go back to our comments, man. Benny Mack, 9:32 on the road. Hello, Benny. Welcome back again.
Thank you very much. Maybe your colleague that you're talking about had a narcolepsy.
Isn't that when you have sex with a dead person?
No,
that's necrophilia.
Yeah, that's when you fall asleep standing up, or you just be like awake and then you fall asleep. That's narcolepsy, right?
Yeah.
Exciting times.
Does anyone else here have any diseases that I don't know? Lupus?
Sorry, what was that question?
I've kind of got something that's in the same family as lupus, ankylosing spondylitis.
What does that do?
It's an autoimmune disease that inflamed all of my joints and ligaments. Sometimes my eyes get inflamed and then I can't see anymore, which is quite punishing. And sometimes my jaw locks itself shut.
Yeah, that's right. We both had
that.
I had gout.
Yeah, but gout's just because you're a piglet.
Yeah, totally. But I've sorted that out with medication. So I don't have it anymore. I haven't had it for years. But we used to slowly try and get up the stairs in the afternoon on the breakfast show and we were like an old couple.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I got a new medication that's funded by Pharmac. It's about $3-4 grand a month.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, so lucky Pharmac pay for it. It's like an injection that I give myself every 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
It's like $2 grand an injection.
Unbelievable. What about you, Benny Mack? Have you got some underlying health issue that you're not feeling about?
I've been generally pretty good as far as health goes. I did have an ingrown toenail once.
Ooh. Yeah.
But I that was easy. I sorted that myself. It was fine.
Yeah. Oh, they can be nasty. Just gross too, you know, just to look at it.
Wow. I just drove over a homeless man.
No, you didn't.
No, it was just a small child. But all is well that ends well, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, mate. We've got Selenya coming back on the show. She is live from the Boxing Social Club. Corey and guests. We had Brendan Lovegrove on stage when she was talking to Brendan. When we went to her live and she was interacting with the whole crowd, Brendan had a freak out saying, "No filming of the show, no filming of the show." She yelled out, "It's for Thane Kirby's show. You've been on the talk show before." And then he asked her to leave.
Has he been on this show before?
It was Corey who was on the show.
Right.
So she's standing probably outside it right now. She's going to connect with us very shortly.
How long have you been doing this show for?
Since the very first lockdown.
So how long ago was that?
I don't know. Feels like.
What do you do? What do you do when you don't have guests? Like, what the fuck do you talk about? Like, even now, I'm like, what are we even talking about?
See what? This is the magic of the thing, because this is also a podcast. We get more people are watching us on demand than we actually do here live. Here live.
What though? Like, what are we giving you? Like, if you're watching this now, what are you what? Like, I'd love
I'll tell you what I got out of this, and I'll tell you what I got out of it. I had no idea you had some kind of weird offshoot of lupus, and then that you get subsidised Pharmac medication that costs $4,000 or $3,000 a month.
Yes.
That I had no idea. I had no idea the stepladder behind you was because some pheasant nearly killed itself smashing its way into your house, and then your car's a piece of shit.
I know, but here's the thing. I'm saying to you, Thane Kirby, that's all stuff that I have talked about this evening, right? So if I wasn't here on a regular day, what do you talk about on this show?
Right. So usually, like, people like, hey, you know, we were only warming up, what, 3-4 days in. People usually jump on and then we talk to people. We've got a guy from Australia who pops on. We definitely got guests that come on usually. We thought I'd get more action out of Selenya than at Ponsonby Social Club. So, you know, I would just kind of drag that out for a while. But in its heyday, we'd have 2 guests, one 9:10, and then it would go to about past, and then we'd have a second guest coming on, and then we'd have open line questions from our callers. But,
because I know that you had Luke Dello on here for a while. Did he just give up and quit?
Yeah, he said he ran from there. We took the piss out of him because he was up against Leo Malloy, and then after that, I think he took it seriously and didn't show up again.
Oh, is he actually running for mayor?
No, of course, because I had organised a Leo Malloy Luke Dello debate.
Right? Oh wow!
And
I cut from the same cloth, I tell you that much.
Yeah, pretty much. And so nothing happened after that, and so he didn't kind of show up again.
Could I get a bag of ice as well, please? No ice? Okay.
Can you pick us up a peanut slab, mate?
And one peanut slab.
Fantastic.
Here we go.
Where are you?
Rickard, there you go. What's your dairy go-to if you're just popping into something else but you're at the counter? What do you usually
Chocolate fish.
This is Countdown. This is Countdown Massey.
Wow,
and it's Jenna's say hi, Jenna's. Thank you. That's my server. She's very kind. Thank you very much. Have a great night. This is for you. You can have this. Oh, or can you give this to as a gift to one of your customers? I have to take it. Okay, great. Thank you. You want a peanut slab, dude?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thane Kirby. Do you remember Thane Kirby? Off the radio?
I heard him.
He's heard of you.
Thanks, man.
Enjoy.
Thanks, bro.
Enjoy the peanut slab.
He will. He's heard of you, mate. He's heard of you.
You.
So yeah.
This is what you do. This is what good is this. It's great.
That's it, guys. We just, it's an interactive show. The viewers tell us what to do. Sometimes the host tells us what to do. And we just gave away a Whittaker's peanut slab to a lucky punter.
Wow.
What I thought that came in handy the other day, and I think maybe you got it, is one of those car phones for mobiles, and mine sticks to the window, and now I can put the mobile there and use the maps and, kind of do all that kind of stuff. $30 from some Asian store in Alvin and Westfield.
Yeah, I've got one here.
I actually got, over summer, I got $150 fine for being on my phone and 20 merit points.
Oh, hang on.
No.
How much?
Yeah.
100 and what?
$150 and 20 demerit points. And I was stopped, but I was still not pulled over.
Oh,
yeah.
I think your car might be cursed.
It is. It 100% is fucking cursed. And I need a new one.
If you could have any car, what do you reckon, Rickard?
Oh, I'm not flashy. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a dream car. I've never thought about it. Maybe
what about a van?
A van? No. My dad runs a camping ground, right? And when lots of the people who have been staying there for a long time go overseas, they just go, "Hey, do you want my car?" So he's got a couple vans in the old driveway there, and I was driving one round in the summertime. Not a big fan of van.
Are they beaten up real bad vans, or they're
No,
not bad?
one's mean. Like one's like at least a $20,000 van with like a main kit out in the back for like camping and stuff.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Man, how lucky. I mean, you know why vans are in such hot demand at the moment is because, you know, freight and the whole courier stuff, everyone's just signed up and become a courier. And so you can't buy a white van in Auckland to save yourself.
Can't you?
Vans
Now what?
Vans are gone. I bought a van for $500, and if I was to put my van on trade tonight, I could sell it comfortably for $6,000.
What kind of car do you drive when you're not driving your van?
Uber.
You don't have a car?
No, I decided no way. Yeah.
Now, Thane, I think you might be onto something with that whole getting a camper van thing. What you could do is you could have the lawnmowers in the back. You drive around there with your staff while they're cutting the lawns. You can be in the back sleeping.
Yeah, I thought about that as well, actually. I thought about driving the van to the pub, staying overnight at the pub, and then waiting to driving home. You know what I mean? Because it's $60 for an Uber, so it makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, if you won the meat pack, you could sort of rest the meat pack on your chest, and that could keep you cold during the night, just because if it gets too hot.
I reckon you get one of those little camper setups so you can put the meat pack in the back of your van, or just open the back door and, hey, presto, you got a stuff barbecue going on.
Oh, yeah, one of the little propane stoves.
Come down the road, mate. I absolutely understand what you're saying. Fantastic. And hold on, I think we've got Selenya coming up. Thank you very much. We're back with Benny Mack in a couple of moments. Selenya is live from the Ponsonby Social Club, everybody. And let's go to them now.
And then you're like, I can almost wait till 8 in the morning, I'll go work at 8. And so I was like, yeah, fine, fair enough. Then you get to bed, and so I get to bed with you. Comes out and makes a packet of chips, starts crunching away, getting crumbs all over your face. I'm like, and then anxiety's like, sorry, mate.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it? Because we're not close enough, and we can't really hear what the person's saying. Regardless,
you can't hear it all. So
comedy night.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Can't hear anything.
I'll tell her to go outside and then give us a review, then come back in. I'll say, can you go outside and chat to us, please? I think she gets the message. And let's watch the
Okay, I'm glad she didn't get kicked out.
Yeah. I think she was pretty touch and go there for a second. So I sent her a message on the phone, so she has to check the phone, and then she has to go. Look how sweaty I am now. I'm actually literally glistening.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. There she is.
Go outside. Yeah, I don't think she's going to go outside. She doesn't read the message on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've tried a little bit of live tonight, and for the most, it worked. I think Benny came through with a...
yeah, Benny was great.
Yeah.
Benny's a real impact player. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I was just looking through the news headlines, you know, see if there's anything else.
Oh, did you hear the today? Did you hear the Spotify thing? It's either Neil Young or Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah, they'll keep Joe Rogan, like as if they're gonna give a shit about Neil Young. Love Neil Young.
It's got like 30 million streams or something like that. Yeah, definitely.
But it is difficult because he probably doesn't.
Can you wave to my friend here? Hey!
Hello!
We're at Z Westgate.
Yeah, he's coming to find the eyes.
Say goodbye.
That's a prize.
Wow, good on you. Nice. What's
We're
your
going to
name?
have a party.
Oh.
We're going to go. What's your name?
Where are you talking from?
No, they're in Auckland.
Oh.
Okay.
That's Thane Kirby. He used to be a celebrity. We're gonna get him back. We're bringing him back. I'm joking. He's still super famous. Okay. Sorry, Kara's the way that Kara sort of teases you a little bit, Thane, it's sort of rubbing off on me, I think.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, guys. It's all content. Hello from Boston, from Lonesome Lenny. Hello, Lonesome Lenny. Coming in from Boston on YouTube tonight. Watching it on YouTube. Fantastic. What are you going? You getting on the pitch tonight, mate?
Oh, mate, I'm going to have this in my drink just to keep me cool, because you know, it's better, isn't it, when you've got ice in your drink? It's much more refreshing.
Yeah, most definitely. I like that you've got a little tight community there, you know. So you've gone to your local penny, you've made your way to the countdown, and then you've gone to your local Z. I go to the Z. Have we got the Z app? The Z app's very good, isn't it?
But you don't even live in West Auckland, do you, Benny?
I was born in West Auckland and I'm working out here at the moment, so I've taken my waka that I'm in here, and I'm actually going to park out there by the studio, do a bit of one of those sleepovers so I can get a good park, and so I don't have to do too much driving in the morning and save a bit of time commuting on the motorway. And
that's a fantastic
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Good.
Clever.
I just want to put a message out right now to Lonesome Lenny, Lonesome Lenny, in the comment section right now. There is a link if you'd like to click on that link. You can have a quick chat with us. We haven't got too much long to chat to you, but if you'd like to join us, most definitely. Going back live now to
love to see what's going on in Boston.
And they got a very unique accent, twist on the American accent that I don't mind too much. Possibly social club. So what?
The club. You can get there and just like, oh, I can't do that. And they're like, do you have a secret choice? I'm like, yeah, White Rhino.
Sounds like she's got her hand over the mouth.
Be like a cat.
I'm really laughing here. Hi, go outside so we can talk to you. Go outside. Right? I'm not doing thumbs up. I mean, you know, I think she'll be coming along. You know, I think she just needs a couple more shows to get it, and I think there could be some magic there.
The thing that I was going to share with you, which just popped up as a headline on my news notifications, as a father of 3 girls.
Oh yeah,
there's a pink tax when it comes to girls' uniforms. You know, prices are high for school uniforms anyway. But a new study has found that girls' uniforms cost way more than boys.
Yeah, and so do your hairstyles as well. Why am I paying like $15 and if I had hair, it'll be $30. You guys are paying $400 to $600. That's crazy.
$400 to $600. Your girls are getting ripped off.
Yeah,
that's how much
not kids, but I'm just saying for a full-on lady.
Oh,
I mean,
right, yeah.
It's money, that's a pink tax, isn't it?
Well, I just guess it just depends. You can get a cheap hair gun if you want.
Right.
And colour your own hair, do all of that stuff.
A lot of people do though.
No, I think that just the kind of ladies that you know spend a lot of money on that stuff.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's like, oh God, what do you need to hear bloody times? What's that bloody money? Anyways, what other news? I was going to say, how about that guy who was who got done for going into the wilderness with his kids and like going away for a couple of months, and he's still
done it again.
Yeah, he's done it again. He still hasn't come back. It's been like a month now. I think he left before Christmas. This turkey.
Well, is he allowed? His kids. He's allowed to do that. Is he the sole? Is he the caregiver?
I think he's one of them. But the mum's upset. I think they're not sending the cops in after him anymore. But you know.
Right, I think that's like quite shitty as a parent if he didn't communicate that he was going away with the kids, or if he's not their sole carer and has sole custody, then that is a pretty shit thing to do to the other parent.
It's amazing that this guy is very capable outdoorsman, you know?
I know, to just go away and survive for like a month in the bush.
Oh,
mate. It's 4 a.m. in the morning, and I'm laying in bed about to go to sleep.
Okay, fair enough, Lonesome.
Fair enough.
Lonesome Lenny, can you just tell us just the top line? What's the big news in Boston? Just give us one line before you go to sleep. Let's get it in. Thanks, mate. What were you saying there, buddy boy?
Have you guys noticed about that guy that keeps going bush with his kids? Yeah. He's got an unusual shaped cranium.
Has he?
Yeah, and the kids have got it too. It's kind of like, I think it might be one of those dinosaur situations where the skull gets real big, but the brain sort of gets sort of smaller.
Sort of, Stephen. It might be. You never know.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Megamind.
Does he?
Yeah, he's Megaminding.
Megaminding the kids in the middle of nowhere. Bloody hell.
I love it.
Coming back to you in a second, mate. I think I've got Selenya, who's out the front very shortly. Rickard, are you still with us?
Yes.
Oh, great. You're just frozen on screen.
No, I was just sitting still. I didn't really have a comment about
big heads.
Big heads.
Yeah, I haven't ever worked with anyone with a massive head. Or have I? No.
What did Lonesome Lenny say? Top line news from Boston. COVID infections are up and hospital ICUs are maxed out. Oh, that could be us soon. I mean, they are saying that the modelling is like we're going to get up to 80,000 cases a day.
Bullshit. They said 50,000 by Waitangi weekend. Give me a break. Supposedly you had to have it like 3,000 like yesterday, but we only had 15. Those numbers to be accurate.
Right. They do seem like quite astronomical numbers, but I've got a few doctor friends who said that it's getting out of hand, and she said actually that one of the big things that you should get in your first aid kit or your supplies to be at home if you do have COVID is strepsils with lidocaine in them.
Wow. That is breaking news. Wow, I had no idea. No one's telling me that.
Strepsils with lidocaine. They were all sold out at my countdown today though, so
the word's out.
Unfortunate. Because sore throats are a big thing. And apparently, for most people, unless you're really sick, you're just going to have to take care of yourself at home.
And also the rort of paracetamol and ibuprofen, right? If you go and take the leading brands, you're paying like $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11. And then if you go around the corner, there's like just a normal brand, I think it's like a basic, where it's like $1.89.
Or you just get a prescription and then it's free.
Right, okay. That's good.
For kids.
Three people in the same family in my town died of COVID. Lonesome Lenny, holy moly. So you actually know these people, Lenny, because in New Zealand we've got all these people with COVID, but I've never met one. The only person I'm aware of publicly is Duncan Garner, and I don't think he even had it.
My brother got COVID.
Oh, well, this is a game show. More breaking news from Rickard. You're digging up gold tonight.
When COVID came to Raglan, he got COVID and he just had to isolate. He was lucky enough that he didn't get put in an MIQ. He just got to isolate in our family kind of batch, which is out on the beach, and there's nobody there. And it sucks though because there's no running water or anything there. But he was fine for a couple of weeks, and people just dropped food over the gate to him and stuff, and he was totally fine. He's an asthmatic too, so I was pretty worried to begin with. And he had been round to another family member's house where there was older people, so I was quite worried. I was worried about my dad, who's 76, 75.
Right.
But nobody else in the family caught it, and then he was fine after about 3 days.
Oh, well, that's so great. So any anti-vaxxer person that has a conversation with me and goes, well, have you ever met somebody with COVID? I say, no, but I know somebody who's actually...
There's always those stories, though. They're like, I know someone who knows someone who knows someone who did something. But no, so we were really lucky and we were really grateful. But, my dad was double vaxxed anyway, so... Yeah, maybe that protected him, I don't know.
Lonesome Lenny says it's much worse in the southern states, and they are anti-vaxxers and anti-masks and probably still pro-Trump, who have got a real shot.
I did just see in the UK they've dropped all the mandates and the masks and everything, haven't they?
Sure have.
I don't think that'll happen here anytime soon.
Selena, you there?
Yeah?
Can we talk to you? Oh, hello. How was the show tonight?
Oh, everyone was on fire. I got here, okay, and 2 minutes later, you met Benny. What's his name?
Benny Walker?
Yes, and he absolutely nailed it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then Brendan was on fire. Then he got a little bit pissed when he saw me with my camera. So, yeah, I just held my own and said, well, this is what I'm doing. And, yeah, you've been on our talk show, Brendan, hasn't he?
No.
Oh, I thought he had. Oh, maybe.
No, we talked about it.
Okay, but yeah. Fuck, what a venue. That's awesome. Yeah,
no,
it's like
beautiful
really
place.
good crowd, like really big laughs, big belly laughs. So,
Oh, good. Well,
it's
Corey
fun.
must be having. Is there more than 100 people in there?
Well, maybe a little less. It's not like standing room only, but
Yeah.
you have to be seated. You have to be seated, and then you would be served. So yeah, they didn't let me up the front, so I sort of snuck halfway up, and I had a pretty good position. I'm not frozen.
I probably thought you were going to sell it to Netflix and make some kind of comedy special out of it or something. I hate it when people get so annoyed, you know. Thank you very much, Selenya. Thank you for checking in. Really appreciate it. Fantastic. There you go. It's,
Steve McGuinness did say that his whole family in Australia got COVID, and the throat was definitely the worst part. So strepsils with lidocaine is my pro tip for the evening. Go and get some.
Thank you very much, and thanks for bringing that to the table. I'm going to go and do that tomorrow. You now. Thank you very much for your contribution tonight.
Thank you very much. I've just got to the location where I'm going to park up, so we're just going to call it a bit of a night, guys.
Can we have a look outside, or is it too confidential?
No, that's all right. We can have a quick look outside. And
Yep.
They're building a big-ass building here, and yeah, but this is it. Hopefully we don't have too many hooligans doing street racing on this road here, and hopefully it's a good night and a quiet, safe area too.
All right. Sweet dreams, sweet prince. Good night.
Okay, thanks guys.
Hey, mate.
Hey, Benny.
Oh, well, that's pretty much the show, everybody. You're going to do your Samsung thing, but we're going to watch the Samsung thing through the Twitch site tomorrow.
Well, it will be finished by 9 o'clock, I imagine.
Oh, well.
So my stream starts at 7, and it normally finishes at 9. But it'll all be up online, so if you want to take a segment of it,
see what you're up to.
see what I'm up to.
Will we see
you know,
at Sky City?
Hey?
Will we see you on it at Sky City, or what?
Yeah, I'm on it. Like I'm doing the hey, welcome along. And yeah, if anybody wants to win a brand new Samsung phone, make sure you tune in on Twitch.
I'm definitely doing that. That'll be amazing.
You should, and all you got to do to get in the draw is tweet the hashtag.
Does it have to be a tweet?
Yeah, it has to be on Twitter. Because you know, gamers like Twitter.
Oh, that's whether on Twitter. Okay, well, fair enough. That's a community.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's up on Twitch.
Oh, look at this. It's a nice message from Troy. Good on you, Troy. You guys are the goats from Georgia FM. Absolutely, we're don't they?
It's a good time, my 11 years there.
Yeah. All right.
Which is actually something we should have talked about, Thane, which I think we should talk about another night.
Yes.
I want you to give me the story of George FM.
Okay. No problem. We'll do. Let's do that next week. Okay. If you come back, it is.
If I come back.
Over the weekend.
Might just see if I can, like, you know, come in, like, not every night, but maybe, you know, I'll pick a couple nights.
That sounds good. No, it's going to be dwindled, then it's going to be the one night, and then maybe just for 20 minutes. All right.
It's just a big commitment to spend, like, this is my relaxing TV watching time. And I'm here telling you about pheasants and stepladders and my shitty car and strepsils with lidocaine.
It's been a highlight. This particular show has been my favourite because we've actually had a chance to catch up. I really see where you come from.
Well, someone's got to bring content to this show.
That's true. Absolutely. All right. I think one last comment. Sorry for jumping on the arse end. Would love to hear more lol. Okay. Well, Monday, Troy. Fingers crossed for Monday. All right.
Awesome. You take care in Boston as well there, Selenya. I hope, stay away from people that have got COVID.
Yeah. Great advice, Rickard. All right. We'll see everybody. Catch you later. Thank you.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.